All of Samsung's new foldables for this year are right here in my hands. What kind of upgrades do they bring and how do they actually feel in person? Today, I'm going to break it all down for you in one video. This time, Samsung brought us 3 brand new models: the Galaxy Z Fold 8, the Z Fold 8 Ultra, and the Z Flip 8. The one with the biggest changes is definitely the Z Fold 8. It's switched over to a wider passport-style form factor. Unfolded, it's a crazy 4.5 millimeters thin. It features all new dimensions, with the front cover display coming in at a 5.5-inch flat screen. In the hand, it actually feels pretty similar to a standard slab phone. It feels slightly wider, but super lightweight at just 201 grams. On the back, it uses Corning's Victus glass ceramic material, which feels super smooth to the touch. As for the camera module, it keeps Samsung's signature design style, but only features 2 camera lenses. The top one is a 50-megapixel ultra-wide lens, and the bottom one is a 50-megapixel main sensor. The camera bump sticks out a bit, so when you lay it flat on a table, it rocks back and forth a little like a seesaw. Unfolding it feels similar to the previous generation, still feels super solid and tight. Once opened, you get a 7.6-inch inner OLED display with a 4:3 aspect ratio. They've added a new titanium shock absorption layer, as well as an anti-glare coating. This helps prevent hard objects from damaging the screen and improves anti-glare performance under complex lighting conditions. You can take a look at the crease here. It feels like an improvement over the last generation, though you can still see a faint crease if you look closely. That wider screen makes everyday tasks like typing, browsing the web, watching videos, or gaming feel a lot better. Unfolded, it honestly feels pretty close to a mini tablet. When it comes to app adaptation, I tested several popular apps for you. Switching between the inner and outer screens and scaling app ratios works smoothly with zero issues. Samsung claims about 94% of top apps are optimized, with over 100 apps fully adapted for the inner display. As for multitasking, the Fold 8 handles split screen exceptionally well. For instance, after opening a video, I can just tap the top option to enter split screen mode and launch another app alongside it. Tapping the center control lets you swip left and right, while tapping the top button lets you flip top and bottom. Dragging the center divider gives you a huge range of split ratios. It makes the multitasking experience feel so much more intuitive. Under the hood, it's powered by the Snapdragon 8 Extreme Edition for Galaxy, featuring higher clock speeds. The 256GB and 512GB models come with 12GB of RAM, while the 1TB version steps it up to 16GB of RAM. The battery's been upgraded to 4800 mAh as well. Official claims state up to 26 hours of video playback, and it supports 45-watt fast charging, along with 15-watt wireless charging. Price-wise, it's expected to stay the same as the previous generation. According to supply chain reports, production for the Fold 8 is the highest among the 3 new devices, with estimates hitting 2.8 million units as the main flagship model. How do you feel about the new size and pricing? Alright, now this device that looks a lot like the Fold 7 is their brand new Fold 8 Ultra. Even though it doesn't look drastically different on the outside, this isn't just a simple iterative rebrand. The Ultra packs some pretty major hardware upgrades. First off, the screen. While the display sizes remain the same inside and out, the inner screen resolution got a boost. Pixel density jumped from 368 ppi to 422 ppi, making everything look noticeably sharper and crisper. In terms of durability, it adds a titanium metal film behind the OLED panel for better structural support, allowing it to endure far more folds. There's also a titanium backplate to keep the display flatter and more rigid. Looking closely at the crease, it's still visible, but touching it, it feels remarkably shallow. Peak brightness has been bumped up to 3000 nits. On top of that, it incorporates Samsung's anti-reflection tech, making the display way easier to read under harsh lighting or tricky lighting. Next up, camera upgrades. The main sensor stays at 200 megapixels, but gains enhanced HDR capabilities. The ultra-wide camera got upgraded from 12 megapixels to 50 megapixels, giving you much better detail for zooming and cropping after shooting. And just like the main lens, it supports 8K video recording with stabilization. The telephoto lens remains at 3 optical zoom at 10 megapixels. Sensor-level noise reduction has been added across all focal lengths, delivering significantly cleaner night shots. The inner and outer front cameras remain unchanged at 10 megapixels. As for specs, the biggest upgrade is the huge 5000 mAh battery, bringing it right in line with top-tier flagships Official figures promise up to 27 hours of video playback. For real-world battery tests, make sure to hit follow. We'll test it thoroughly as soon as we get our hands on the retail unit. For other specs, it's also upgraded to the Snapdragon 8 Extreme Edition for Galaxy, maxing out at 16 gigabytes of RAM and offering up to a 1 terabyte storage configuration option. Wired charging is bumped up to 45 watts with 15-watt wireless charging. As for weight and size, the Fold 8 Ultra weighs 215 grams, and when unfolded, it's even thinner at just 4.1 millimeters. Overall, the specs on the Z Fold 8 Ultra definitely got a substantial boost. Word on the street is there might be a price hike, so let's wait for the official launch to see if there are any surprises. Finally, we have the compact clamshell, the Z Flip 8. The design hasn't changed much overall. Unfolded, it measures 6.1 millimeters thick and weighs just 180 grams, sticking to its core focus of being super light and portable. It features a new armor aluminum frame and hinge, retaining the 50-megapixel main camera and 12-megapixel ultra-wide lens. Once opened, the crease is still visible, but the overall screen flatness has definitely improved. The chipset also gets the upgrade to the Snapdragon 8 Extreme Edition for Galaxy. The battery stays at 4,300 milliamps, and charging remains at 25 watts. Lastly, let's talk about the software. It comes running One UI 9 out of the box, with Galaxy AI receiving some sweet new upgrades. For example, Circle to Search is now even smarter. Say you open up a travel guide. You can press and hold to trigger the AI features. It automatically predicts what you want to do and pops up a quick pill action. Just tap it and boom, it executes the next step effortlessly. On top of that, there's a new dedicated framing and tracking feature in the camera app. When you take a group video, you can tap into it and select the AI feature. An overlay pops up, and once you tap it, it analyzes the frame. It detects everyone in the shot and places a box around each person. Just tap on whoever you want to target, and it lets you pick a crop ratio, like 1:1 or 3:4. Then hit track. Once it identifies the subject, it automatically crops and repositions that person right in the center. Press play, and it dynamically tracks them throughout the video. It's basically like post-production reframing built right into your phone. One thing to keep in mind when recording: since this feature crops into the frame, you'll definitely want to shoot at the highest resolution possible for best results. Wrapping things up, Samsung's positioning for this year's foldable lineup is crystal clear. The Fold 8 delivers key upgrades to fix past shortcomings. The Fold 8 Ultra goes all in as a maxed-out flagship, and the Flip 8 sticks to its sleek, trendy vibe, targeting younger users. As a global model, I'm personally most excited about the Fold 8 to see if this wider foldable can truly become the ultimate all-day driver. Alright, that's everything for today's video.